Hey there, folks. Team Bastard coming at you from Fort Bastard. We're going to be discussing the Sony conference at E3.
Woo!
I will say, they had a lot of pretty music.
They sure did.
That orchestra earned its keep.
Yeah, I really didn't understand what was going on in the beginning there.
That woman.
Yeah.
Sexually breathing into the microphone.
Bang the drum slowly. All right, I will say they came out of the gate strong with God of War 4.
Yes. Yeah.
That really caught me off guard because I did not expect that at all. And God of War was one of my favorite franchises on PlayStation.
Oh, absolutely.
Fantastic games, for sure.
I haven't played them, but from what I've seen of them, like every...
How the hell have you not... You're in this
I'm
group
not
you haven't played.
I'm not a PlayStation person.
Well, okay, that's fair. But
Leave me alone.
iconic. God of War had a little bit of a lull there. I think it had, a PSP game for a while?
I want to say that
the last one.
they brought something on PlayStation Network for them for PS4.
I'm not 100% sure on that. The last one I remember was the PSP game, which was actually still pretty good.
But regardless, Kratos is back, and he is sporting a sexy, manly beard.
And he's old as fuck.
Good God, he is old.
Boy.
Sort of along with the beard, it looks like they're bringing in Norse mythology, which I am hype about.
Of course. Yeah. Crazy stuff. I mean, it I can't say anything about it. The trailer took me by surprise. It was great.
They didn't have to show much. They just had to introduce that God of War is back, and people lost their shit.
Yeah, I mean, that fight scene that they showed looked incredible. With
guess
all the
that-
new
and the fact
abilities.
That troll thing.
Yeah.
He didn't even have a lot of powers. The best thing was that he had he threw his axe with energy or some shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the blades of Athena anymore.
No.
And the fact, I mean, he has obviously settled down with a family. I mean, he has a kid.
Is it his kid?
I
don't
assume-
know.
I
It
assumed.
appears so, but
I
mean,
assume.
you
Could
can't
it be his
necessarily-
adopted child?
Because he doesn't actually say son. He says, your mother and
calls him
stuff.
boy.
And
Yeah.
boy. He doesn't
Boy.
actually say son.
Well, I mean, I just thought, how close they seemed in the trailer. I mean, I just kind of assumed, so
I mean,
sorry for any
It's
false...
possible.
He's obviously adopted him in some sense.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't said so, yeah.
But Norse mythology, are we just completely switching to Norse mythology now that Greek mythology has been exhausted? Because I am all on board for that. That would be amazing.
Well, I think they can add in new stuff, but you can't really abandon it completely because that's what it was founded on.
Well, I mean,
You can mix
He's
the two
already-
together a bit.
he's already... Maybe. Because they did show a mountain. Maybe that's Olympus? Maybe.
Possibly.
It could be. I mean, if they had Kratos, scaling Yggdrasil, the World Tree, that would be so cool.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, if they're just going all out Norse mythology now, going with, the Germanic conquering of Rome, maybe that's what they're doing. And Kratos versus Thor versus Odin.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Either way, I think it's going to be a great game as long as they stick to the classic God of War play style. It's got to have a nice balance between combat and the puzzling features of making you have to think. I'm really curious if we get to play as Kratos the whole time or if we'll take over as the boy.
They actually brought that up in the discussion. In the demo, it looked like the XP that you earned was not for Kratos, but that it could actually be attributed to the boy.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to see how that plays out.
Or maybe you can switch off between the two. If they're
Probably not.
if they're together, maybe, you could do a mission with them, and you can switch between Kratos and the boy.
Or
Maybe.
maybe. This is just a guess. Maybe something's going to happen to Kratos.
That was brought up. God, I hope not. Are they going to play on our
I
fields
would die a little bit inside.
That would be pretty painful.
to actually see old man Kratos buy it? I haven't played a God of War game in 10 years. I would still have feels.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think a lot of the fan base would hate it, but...
If his son turns out to be a badass, that would be...
It would help.
He was kind of a pussy. I mean, he was 10 years old.
He is a little
but
kid.
still,
You got to cut him some slack.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
especially when he had that like deer or elk or whatever it was, like, and Kratos was trying to get him to kill it with the knife, and
Yeah.
he was just really hesitant. I mean, he's a little kid, Kratos. He doesn't.
Kratos
Like,
has
really-
definitely softened a bit.
A little bit,
Yeah.
I got that feeling too.
Yeah.
What if that's going to be his downfall?
Hmm.
Like, the rules of this world, if you're soft at all, you're going to fucking die.
I mean, that was the whole point of the like little, I guess, like doing quotes, like training thing that Kratos was showing the boy, like, you need to be strong in this world in order to survive.
Yeah, we can easily see that. Do the training, and there's a skip, and the son becomes a badass.
Yeah.
But much like the rest of the Sony conference, there wasn't much shown. God of War pretty much had most of it. A lot of it was just trailers.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next item. Days Gone. It looked like Last of Us.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought when it first came up on the screen. Is that, hey, look, maybe they're making a second Last of Us, but I was wrong.
No, you're a biker fighting kind of zombies.
Yeah.
Didn't really seem that appealing to me, to be perfectly honest.
I
I was a
think
little confused as to what was going on.
You're kind of tired out on zombies.
I am so tired of the zombies
I'm
idea.
sure a lot of people are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the last one that I truly enjoyed was Dying Light. I
Yeah.
believe it was. That was the last time I enjoyed a zombies game. Now, playing them over again, it's still like, okay, something new.
Killing zombies.
Woo. Well, you're a biker. I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of fun.
I guess that kind of.
I mean, it
Cow-
could still be a
counters
good
it.
game. It's just they've exhausted that whole topic
Yeah.
of zombies.
And
Yeah.
it's really hard to tell with these games that they showed at the Sony conference because they didn't really explain them. It was more like, here's a trailer, here's the next trailer, here's another trailer and some gameplay.
Here's a lot of VR.
And here's a lot of... Yeah, they,
We'll
didn't,
get to that later.
Yeah,
they just didn't explain anything, so I have no idea really what was going on.
Really relying on what they showed rather than actually talking about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Next was a game that a lot of people have actually been waiting for. Last Guardian. Fans of Eco and Shadow of the Colossus, games with enormous cult followings, will probably like this as well. It's a very mysterious game. It's a young boy with apparently mystical powers, a cat griffin thing with wings, small wings and horns. It's its friend. It's probably gonna fucking die
Probably.
Of course.
because it feels.
They typically like
Gotta
to
give
do
you
that.
feels.
Oh yeah, get you emotionally attached to something and
Yeah.
then just end it.
And then murder it.
Yes.
But the game looks beautiful.
Oh yeah.
We actually have a release date that's coming out on October 25th.
Ooh.
I don't even know much about it. I'm gonna buy it just because it reminds me of those games. Nostalgia.
Definitely looks interesting though, for sure. Looks like Horizon Zero Dawn. They showed a little trailer for that. Once again, another beautiful game by Sony.
This is the one with Robo Tribe Combat.
Yeah.
It's like it's in the future, but yet everything is all of human. We're back in tribes, but
Right.
yet we're still hunting down like Robo Elk, and there's robotic cybernetic predators out there, and you apparently play as Merda from Brave.
Yeah.
All right.
There's
Oh.
definitely a weird looking game, but
No, it's
it
something
still
like that.
looks like it could be enjoyable. I mean,
Yeah, the concept of it looked really good. My only concern is that, again, didn't really know what was going on. Like, I was
Right.
watching it, I was like, this kind of looks fun. I really wish I knew what this was, because it was just like, I'm going to run around with a bow and arrow and shoot this giant electrical thing.
Sony definitely relied on Mystique.
yeah, seems like it.
I do actually want to talk about the next game, Detroit Become Human. This this was the most interesting game for me because I loved Heavy Rain, and this reminded me a lot of Heavy Rain. You play as an android named Connor. This actually reminded me a little bit of Blade Runner, a little bit too. You play as an android. Look like you're a negotiator for the Detroit police. Which, hey, at least the future of Detroit's looking good.
There you go.
All right.
It looks like you can build your own story.
Which is really cool.
You can choose how you want to tackle a situation. You can gather evidence. You're a one-man CSI team.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Reminded me a lot of the gameplay from Until Dawn, which we discussed earlier. You know, you really get to impact how your game is going to play out. I mean, I could play it. It could turn out one way. Chris could play it. Turn out another way. We can all play it. And it could be a completely different game, which I think is really cool. I really enjoyed that about Until Dawn, and I think that this game is going to deliver the same, if not a better experience. So
I like that idea. The only problem I have with those kind of games is it's hard to get the full experience out of it because you have to play it 100 times to get the whole experience. But adds a little bit more play to it. But
you really got to be into the characters. Which, with this game, I think it might not be that hard.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Absolutely. That does come out in October, so look forward to that.
Woo!
Next, we actually hear from some people we haven't heard from in a while, at least with a good game. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.
Yes.
Fans of the series will recognize that Biohazard is the original name that Resident Evil had in Japan.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. And it's VR.
Well, they show that you can play the whole game in VR. Not necessarily there isn't a standalone game by itself.
I would hope that they do that.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, VR is cool and all, but as discussed in previous podcasts, VR it's cool, but for me personally, it's just not, I don't see it being the future of gaming.
Certainly not for $400
No.
for PlayStation.
No.
Definitely not.
No. Not at all.
Resident Evil 7, though, looks like it's taking a huge stylistic leap from Resident Evil 6, which it had mixed reviews.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you play as any of the canon characters. It looks like you actually play some new characters. You're not Leon. You're not Chris. At least not from what the demo showed, the trailer. Rot seems to be a big thematic point. Makes me wonder if, after the events of Resident Evil 6, a lot of shit went down.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just playing as a random asshole in Resident Evil.
Very possible. And
I mean,
I'm
let's
okay
get
with that.
real. A lot of crazy stuff happens in Resident Evil games.
And the fact that they're hearkening back to the title of Biohazard, maybe this is actually, you're just some random guy in the events around Raccoon City.
It could be.
Which I would be all about.
Oh, yeah.
Could be
There's
interesting.
that classic feel.
Could be an interesting take on the series.
It's certainly going to be very atmospheric from what they showed.
Yeah.
Which you need for a horror game.
You do. And, on the note of Resident Evil, they also, we got a release date of January 24th, which is cool. Paired right along with that, right after that little showing, Sony announced the price tag for the PlayStation VR, which is going to cost just as much as a PS4, which is a little crazy to me. I mean, I understand that the technology's new.
It's an attachment.
It's an attachment. It's not a console. And it's going to cost as much as a PS4.
Yeah, we're getting to the point now. It ain't like it's the Virtual Boy. Just like a connection with the system. It's like, you have to really be dedicated to this experience.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just aren't willing to be dedicated to such a thing.
I'm sure as hell not.
I'm not.
I would play it if it was cheaper, but I'm not willing to invest that much money into something that I'm only going to play every now and then.
Right.
And might give you a headache.
It probably
will.
Did either of you guys try out the 3D gaming, like on PlayStation 3?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I tried that, and I think it was Killzone, for a couple of hours, and I had the worst headache I have ever had trying to keep up with everything.
Well, hopefully they've improved upon that, but I think we're all of agreement. As of right now, probably not worth it.
No. Not to me, anyway.
No.
Nope.
For VR, apparently they showed another space exploration game, Farpoint. It looks interesting, but it just looks like you're exploring an alien planet.
Yeah.
Space exploration.
Yeah.
I mean, which I guess would be a fun idea for virtual reality. I mean, because, like, not everybody can actually go into space. So, I mean, maybe if they, like, just came out with this space simulation kind of thing, I guess, like, where you...
I mean, it fell. I think it was the bane of a lot of the Sony conference that they just showed trailers without explaining what the hell was going on.
Yay, we can drive a rover.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
You can be in a spacesuit.
Yeah.
So what was the fucking Mars movie came out recently?
Martian.
The Martian. Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, they really pushed VR a whole lot. However, as in the next one, Star Wars Battlefront, the X-Wing, that looked sick. I will say that.
That looked really cool. It's still not enough for me to dump $400 into VR.
No.
But
It's like, here, pay $400 to fly in an X-Wing.
But would I still like to play it? Yeah.
Of course.
In our last podcast, we discussed, probably with wrong information, Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this will supplement what give you your Star Wars needs of flying a spaceship.
I don't know. I've always wanted to fly an X-Wing. The only other thing I've wanted to do is, race a pod racer.
I hate you.
That would be a really cool VR game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Pod
lie.
racer
I
VR.
would love to race a pod racer along with flying an X-Wing.
You can go to Film Beef if you want to talk about some pod racing. They're the film guys. I'm just saying it only existed for marketing purposes. Now this is pod racing.
No, this is
Yeah.
You didn't do that.
Tagged on to the VR is the Batman Arkham VR.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. That's what everybody's going to say as soon as they try this goddamn thing. All it was the trailer was just like a spinning Batman cowl, as far as I remember. And I think that was the tagline, wear the cowl.
I mean, can you imagine actually having to be Batman in virtual reality? You know how exhausting all that fighting would be? I wouldn't be able to do it.
Hey, Poison Ivy, Selena Kyle, they're in it. Harley Quinn.
Careful where you're going down that road.
I don't know about that. It's a little bit crazy, that one.
Hey, they're hot.
That's all that matters.
The new Catwoman designs. Yeah.
Yeah, can't go wrong
We're
with
all
that.
good with that. So, other than that, we've got some Final Fantasy VR experience coming in here.
Yes.
What the fuck?
More VR. They are obsessed.
It looked like a free iOS game.
So
Like, it
cheesy.
didn't even look
Something
good.
you'd get as like a pre-order bonus for Final Fantasy 15.
Woo!
I
You get-
was not impressed.
You get to play as one of the side characters.
Oh my god.
It's like, I mean, really?
It just didn't. It didn't look. It just didn't look that interesting to me. I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy games, but as we discussed in the last podcast, I think that the new iteration is going to be really fun. I think I'm going to enjoy that, but this didn't look like a game.
Final Fantasy has periodically made a lot of jumps from what has been considered their working equation. Final Fantasy VII, one of the biggest examples, and people fucking love that game.
Yeah.
Especially since they have recently remade it, am I correct?
They're
on
going
that?
to, yeah. However, Final Fantasy 15 It's going to be a big jump. I'm looking forward to it. But the VR experience, it just looks like a tack on for money.
Yeah. Little extra for those people that actually care about VR. That's about all I see it as.
Yeah. Well, while we're on the subject of things we're not really looking forward to, we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Please don't.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Why? Why'd you do it?
I about puked 6 times watching the trailer. No. All seriousness, it's just not what we needed right now. We've had so much future warfare, so much modern warfare. This isn't the game we needed. And
Battlefield 1 is what I think a lot of people needed. They needed a break from the futuristic warfare.
Needed a break from the future warfare, but just watching the Infinite Warfare trailer, it's so far-fetched from a standard Call of Duty game. And, you know, people ask for change and ask for a new Call of Duty, but this... Like, what is this? That's all I can ask myself watching the trailer. Like, what is this?
Aaron and I actually had an interesting dichotomy because Aaron has been a fan since the very first Call of Duty, and I have periodically played some of them since Black Ops 1. I thought, with my limited experience, that, and I've heard a lot of the flack that this has been getting, I thought that this game looked future enough from the other games that it might be a fun game. Whereas Aaron, you thought...
I felt like it's straying a little bit too far and trying to keep the same name. And the new movement system they've added with the grappling hook, because, you know, year of the grappling hook, it was too jumpy. I mean, there was a normal movement system, and then they added the jetpack, and like it got too ridiculous. And they toned it down, and now they're going to this grappling hook, which he was, you know, several feet at a time. It was a little bit ridiculous. Kind of spamming it in the trailer
a little bit. It didn't look like a fluid motion.
No,
I mean that was the thing to me. You know, Call of Duty has always been able to make a fluid movement system. This didn't look. It didn't look like it was part of the game.
It didn't look on par with the other games that were brought out this year.
No.
Usually the trailers for Call of Duty make me want to get the game. And this one just didn't quite get it there for me. I didn't even realize it was Call of Duty until they actually started playing. After they got out of the airplane.
For me, it was when they whipped out the gun and brought up the first person. It's like, oh, that's Call of Duty.
That's Call of Duty.
There it is.
We'll have to see how the multiplayer looks, because that's mainly where Call of Duty focuses. Yeah. But as far as the campaign, I'm not impressed. I'm really not.
No.
Nope.
I will say, if it didn't have the Call of Duty name on it, it might be a pretty average game. It might be impressive. But when you've got that namesake on it, that
all that hype.
Yeah.
It's also not
definitely brings it down, as we've seen with the legendary dislike campaign.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, let's also not forget the original Modern Warfare that comes with it. If you get the collector's edition.
Another thing entirely.
That's another matter.
I have a problem with that.
I have a big problem with that.
I feel like they're trying to push that to get people to buy Infinite Warfare.
It's almost like they know it's not good.
That's pretty shitty. Is what it is.
Because Modern Warfare looked better than Infinite Warfare.
Oh yeah.
Like that remastered version they showed, it's better.
And we've played that before. That's the sad truth. Like, it's not like Modern Warfare is a new game. I think they're just including that to try to make the sale for Modern Warfare, which is definitely an odd thing. I'm at a loss for words on it, guys. It
is what it is.
It's shitty. That's about it. So
kind of sad about it.
Well, let's just keep moving. Crash Bandicoot's back.
I can appreciate that a little bit.
Nostalgia. And they're putting him in Skylanders. I couldn't give less of a fuck.
Skylanders.
Looked creepy.
I could not give less of a fuck.
No fucks.
I mean, I played the Crash Bandicoot games a lot when I was a little kid, because that's what I grew up with. And
it's purely nostalgia. That's
all
what else
it
do we
is.
need to say?
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's a Lego Star Wars game.
Yeah.
It's going to get some sales.
Yeah.
Never really was a fan of the...
Not that they're
Lego
bad games.
Yeah, they're not bad games.
They're tailored for little kids.
They are.
Of course.
They're built for a different market. We're not part of it, so what do we expect?
I know.
Spider-Man. It was just called Spider-Man.
If they get the web slinging correct, it'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You know you like swinging off the sky.
No, I know.
The only thing I had to say is, much like the Civil War movie, people are going to bitch about his costume.
Yeah.
They always do.
Yeah.
They're gonna bitch no matter what, though.
They will never get the costume right in the eyes of everybody.
No, they won't. Never.
Something that was very interesting, especially for you who have been following what I think a debacle with Silent Hills, is Death Stranding. They brought Hideki Kamiya out on stage. I got hyped, thinking that they were going to announce goddamn Silent Hills, because Norman Reedus was in the trailer.
Yeah.
But no, it's some random game called Death Stranding, and we almost saw Norman Reedus' 3D model dick.
Yeah.
We did see both defined butt cheeks.
We did.
By the way, Norman Reedus,
right.
you have some great ass cheeks. But all ass jokes aside,
It looked creepy.
it looked really creepy. It was really a jarring trailer.
What the?
C-section with a baby?
He looked like he had a C-section.
Exactly.
That's why I thought it was Silent Hills, because fucking symbolic imagery. PT had that like malformed fetus in the sink.
Yeah.
No, this just had a baby turning into oil.
Yeah. Weird trailer. Not a lot of info on the game. It's Hideo Kojima. It's going to be a good game.
So expect something good.
Yeah.
I'm actually wondering, is this the remnants of what happened to Silent Hills?
Could be.
It very well could be.
Really don't know much because Sony didn't explain their crap.
At all.
It's
Well,
it's interesting. That's about all we can say about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely caught my attention. But again, no explanations.
No.
None at all. And I know Aaron here was upset that Kojima didn't walk to the light bridge that he was provided by Sony.
It just looked awkward.
Yeah.
he does what he wants.
He just walks out like, "Fuck you, I'm
Just,
Kojima.
fuck it. I'm going to walk ahead of what they planned for me. Fuck you all.
I do what I want, bitch."
Yeah, I do.
Who's
I do.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really the last. Other than some demo of the Days Gone game, that was about it.
Yeah.
Really big disappointment. I mean, I like the God of War and the Tribe electronic monster game. I don't remember the name of it.
Shit. Farpoint. No.
No.
That's absolutely wrong. That's absolutely wrong.
Oh
Fuck me. I don't know.
Horizon.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no! There it is.
Yeah, no, that game looked interesting, but again, they didn't explain anything, so I didn't really take much away from their conference. Just,
No.
Here's some trailers, okay, that game looks kind of interesting, I guess, but not enough for me to want it.
I just hope that orchestra got paid well.
Yes. And the chick that, had sex with the microphone is happy. That's all I care about.
So, folks, Sony conference, E3 2016. Any closing comments?
Disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm a Microsoft fan anyway, but I would say Microsoft won this year.
I would say that
So
as well.
far, yeah.
So far, yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. Team Bastard.
Yeah.
There you go.
That about does it for this video. And pretty much sums up E3. And I think we got a little bit more we want to go over, but other than that, that's about everything. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe for more content. Make sure you check out Film Beef and Pasty Pale Productions. They will both be linked in the description. We're kind of sister channels with them just to bring you all more content.
Look forward to our Nintendo discussion where we actually bring in Jake from Pasty Pale Productions.
Yeah. It's going to be entertaining for sure. So, with that being said, this is Team Bastard signing out.
See you, bastards.
Wah.